Post-traumatic stress disorder is when you've perceived yourself to be in a life-threatening situation, or one which will cause serious injury, and your mind cannot cope with what has happened or nearly happened. It has no reflection on your courage, your bravery. It is literally that your mind got caught in a moment of fear where it's dissociated itself from what's happening and you've never processed it. The key, as far as I'm concerned, to successful treatment of PTSD is not regression to cause, taking you back and having you relive what happened. Quite honestly, it messed up your mind the first time around, so reinforcing it, or potentially reinforcing it by that, is, I think, an irresponsible way to go. However, some therapists do swear by it. The concept of reprocessing information, and actually in the case of PTSD, processing it properly for the first time, in the here and now, is probably one of the most important things you can do. It won't change what happened to you, and nothing should change what happened, but it can change the way you feel about it. It can give you a different perspective on what happened to you. The reprocessing approach I use is a form of accelerated information processing. It is not EFT, but it is closely related to eye movement desensitization reprocessing. The American forces and American vet associations use EMDR quite extensively. There are various different approaches with it. One is using literally eye movement, or my preferred one is actually bilateral stimulation using tapping on the back of the hands. And what this actually achieves is, or seems to achieve, is a debate that can go on in your head between the emotional side and the logical side of what happened, allowing you to accept the fear that you're in for your own life, or your physical well-being, but also realise and appreciate and take away the understanding that was in the there and then. In the here and now, you have come through it, it didn't kill you. If you have got physical remains from it, just a disability, it can help you come to terms with actually what ability you have left and how best you can use that. So you can switch from the negative to the positive. It is a highly effective approach. It is a difficult journey, but it's not a traumatic journey. It's difficult to face what your fears were and reprocess them. But with a gentle approach, taking the correct amount of time, and the wonderful thing is that if it's something you don't want to talk to me about, say you were raped, and you don't want to go into the detail of it, I don't need to know that. You process that in your own mind. All I'm concerned about is, on a scale of anxieties from 10 to 1, 10 being one of the worst things that could possibly happen in your life, but you still survive, and 1 being a total hippie, that you're coming down from 8, 9, 10 down to a 2 or 3, which is a normal level of tension we need to operate correctly. With PTSD, we are actually just responding to triggers in our own mind. Our subconscious mind holds our model of the world, our truth. And if we believe those triggers that set off the unwanted behaviour that PTSD has left us with, the fear, the anxiety, the outbursts, the avoidant behaviour, once we have reprocessed, our mind can change its perception of what those triggers mean. Our unconscious mind is there to protect us. It's a job our unconscious mind does very, very well. And one of the things that happens with PTSD is that instead of it just being that situation, we pattern match across to other situations that are similar. And it is this that causes a problem. If it's a gun going off, and then it's just a loud noise that triggers an event, that's pattern matching. And that's another thing which EMDR, or bilateral stimulation for reprocessing, does help us with. Our minds correct that pattern matching too. PTSD has got nothing to do with a lack of strength, a lack of courage. It is just something that went badly wrong for you, and you need a bit of help just to sort it out, reprocess it, and actually recognise it for what it was and where it belongs.